Bitcoin's on fire. It went from nothing to 34,000, dropped 17%. Everybody panics. It's down to $30,000. But JP Morgan Chase just predicted. It's pretty crazy for JP Morgan Chase to say this, by the way. JP Morgan Chase just said that Bitcoin in 2021 could pass $146,000.
Yeah.
They said it could pass $146,000 in 2021. Thoughts on Bitcoin, if any?
Someone said the other day, was it the Guggenheim? They gave an interview. It was a pretty public, philanthropic investment type asset financial firm, and they said they thought that Bitcoin can go up to 500,000 in the next few years. So this kind of goes back to the Tesla thing. There's a difference if you're investing. To all our investor friends out there, there's a difference between day trading and decade trading, right? So if you're, who knows what's going to happen to Bitcoin? Like if you freaked out in 2018, oh, it's going down, and the high was 20,000. Now we're talking about, oh my God, it might come down from 30,000. The big question is, where will Tesla be in 5 to 10 years? Where will Bitcoin be in 5 to 10 years long term? If you're thinking, shorting and it's going to be short in the next year or so, whatever, who freaking knows? That's not the point of investing. It's a long-term strategy.
Yeah.
And that's sort of the problem that people get in is they try to time the market. It's not about timing the market. It's about time in the market, right? So I think for a few years, people were not trusting crypto, not trusting Bitcoin, not trusting blockchain, everything. But clearly with everyone coming out there, you just said JP Morgan, you had PayPal, you had Visa, you have all these financial firms that are saying, yeah, we're in on this. We're in. So the question is there a chance that it goes to zero or it goes to 100,000?
What, zero? No,
that's
it's not happening.
Okay, so that's my question.
Yeah. No.
There's more of a likely of a chance in the next few years it goes to 100,000 to zero.
I agree.
Okay.
I don't disagree.
So yeah, that's where I'm thinking long term.
Yeah.
Yep. I think if you did Adam's theory where he asked these girls randomly on the streets in Miami, do you want a rich guy or a if you asked randomly
it's not random, but like the girls I know, but yeah, okay.
Don't you think 99.9% of the people don't know what the hell Bitcoin is?
Yes.
I think this is a game for people that understand it. They will doctor this price however they see fit for them. And I think there's no limit to how high it can get. And I just don't think anybody understands it. Last week there was a pretty big story because the first professional athlete is having part of his salary in Bitcoin, an offensive lineman, and I forgot who he plays for now. He used to play for Seattle, which is fascinating. Now, he is sponsored by a Bitcoin company, so him sending out tweets, he's having to do that, and I didn't really fully understand just how much he knew about it other than he was promoting the company. But I think you're going to see a lot more of this. I think people that want to act like they're a step ahead, I just don't think there's a full understanding of the average American what Bitcoin is.
Let me give you just a different perspective on what happened on December 31st with me. December 31st, I have a million things to do, and I'm trying to finish off my year. But at the same time, I'm trying to get my dividends paid out to all the investors, okay? So I call Chase. I'm on the phone. 30 minutes with Chase on the phone. Their phone system wasn't working. First call hangs up. I call Chase again. It hangs up. I call Chase. It's 7 times. After being on hold for 15 minutes, Chase hangs up. Then I start calling on 3 different phones. Then I get my relationship manager. Then I go to Chase directly. The whole event took about 4 hours of my day. I send a tweet to Chase. Chase responds back. I said, it's your phone system down, not working. I'm speaking with your 7th rep now, and your hold music works, but the rep speaks. They cut out. Our finance department has had problems with your phones all day. They tried on 3 landlines and 2 cell phones and nothing. One guy responds back to me and he says, if you have to ask permission to use your money, then it's not really yours. And he says, Bitcoin can fix this, right?
Wow.
So he says this, and I sit there and I'm like, you know what? The fact that it took 4 hours of my day that I have to go do all of this stuff, are you really Patrick Bet-David? What the hell do I have to tell you if I'm Patrick Bet-David? So I'm sitting there like, you know what? If this eventually goes this way with the process, it's way too slow of a process. In the process of business, like what we do, the reason why we invested into that technology, $3.5 million that we put time into the last 2 years, is to eliminate steps so you can accelerate a process. If Bitcoin can accelerate multiple processes for people's lives and find, I think the challenge they've had, here's the challenge with Bitcoin. The typical Bitcoin investor that's obsessed about Bitcoin who understands it, is it fair to say that they have to be brighter than an average individual when it comes down to math? They have to understand the technology, blockchain. You have to understand what's really going on. You can't sit there and explain it to the average person. The average person's like, what are you talking about, crypto? Well, you got to mine. What the hell is mining? Well, mining is this. And the deeper you go, people are like, dude, it's just too technical for me. Versus a baseball card industry that's blowing up right now, and they're selling shares of baseball cards. Here's this baseball card. They printed 100,000 of them. Only 20 of them have gone to PSA 10. This is one of the 20 that we have. It's worth this much for you. The market's paying 180 grand. What do you want to pay for it? It's probably going to be a $500,000 card in 5 years. The math and the way you explain a baseball card is what? Very easy. So somebody says, okay, cool. I'll buy the baseball card and I'll sit on it, because you look at it as what? You look at it as artwork. You know, I'm going to buy it and I'm going to sit on that artwork. Bitcoin, if they learn how to explain the benefits of it to different types of people, business owners, the average investor, the average buyer, the day-to-day person, the person that's insecure about their money being unmaxed, the person that's older, that's worried about money and his credit card. I don't want to use my credit card online. If they learn to do better marketing with that, I think the upside on Bitcoin can be very high, because the direction we're going right now, people don't trust the government. People don't trust politicians. People don't trust these large institutions.
Printing money like crazy.
They don't trust them. So I think timing is on their side, and if they do it right, this could be a very interesting direction we go to the next 5 or 10 years.
I just have a thought process, and I'm kind of tying everything we discussed with Tesla with Bitcoin. So, you know, again, with my whole interviews, everything I do, I've interviewed a lot of people, you know, when I do my Man on the Street stuff, and I actually went to a Bitcoin convention, and I interviewed hundreds and hundreds of people who have no investments whatsoever, no 401k plan, no IRA, no Roth IRA, no access to the traditional stock market, no S&P 500 index fund, nothing, but they got a Bitcoin account.
Yeah.
That's very dangerous. That is very dangerous. That's like saying, oh, are you a stock market investor? Yeah. Where do you invest? Tesla. That's it? That you just have one stock, Tesla? Yeah, I'm riding with Elon. Very dangerous. So diversification. So I've learned this just through my time just investing. You know, you kind of have your main entree. For me, that's an S&P 500 index fund. Cool. I have majority of that. But you also have little bonds. You maybe have a little gold. Maybe you have a little cryptocurrency. If you're a believer in Bitcoin and blockchain, you know, rather than doing 5-10%, maybe you put 25%.
You got some Bitcoin, right?
Yeah, I put 5%, you know, like nothing crazy.
Small. Yeah.
I put in, you know, 3 years ago, like 40 grand or so.
Holy crap,
right?
drinks on Adam.
Yeah.
I mean, my
but
God.
so, no, it's gone up a little bit.
What did you buy it at? 6,000?
No. This was at like 15, I want to say.
15,000. Okay, good.
Yeah. So, no, it's gone up a little bit, but never in a million years would I put all my money into Bitcoin or into any crypto or into Tesla.
That's ludicrous.
But that's what people are doing. It's like, oh, I'm investing in Bitcoin.
But let me give you the flip side of it. As ludicrous as that is, in the next 5-10 years, you're going to hear so many people that if this thing goes to $500,000, there's going to be so many accidental billionaires that they're going to say, I'm a billionaire. Everyone's going to talk to them like an expert. But they did exactly what you told them not to do. They did the opposite.
Put everything in.
So what I'm trying to say
if
to you
they buy and hold long term,
if
they don't try to get in and get out.
If somebody is playing I don't care, I'm going for everything, I want it all, or I'm nobody, that's a strategy some people are taking. They're banking on Bitcoin helping them become millionaires, billionaires. That's what they're banking on. I don't think it's a most least stressful strategy. Yeah. But if this thing goes in a direction it's going to go, it could end up being a very big victory for those who
risk versus reward.
Yeah, exactly, right? Exactly. So if you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here's another short segment to watch. Or if you want to see the entire podcast, click over here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.